So I've just crossed the road. I'm now on what's called Seal Bay Loop. I'm going to try to put my gloves on and hold the camera. Here, it's going to get pretty wobbly for a second here. Give me a second here. There, I'm dropping my gloves and everything. Give me a second here. It's cold enough that I want to wear my gloves. There, yeah, it's cold enough that I want to wear my gloves. I got my gloves on. Still damp, even though that sun's come out. But look at the sun's glorious sunshine. And I just came to parking lots just up here, maybe, 100 feet. And then I heard this creek running, which is normally hardly flowing, man. It hardly flows. And I could hear it running. And I thought I better take a video, just for my own interest and to show you that, look at how much this water, usually this, all summer we've been saying, boy, we need rain. Oh my goodness, do we ever need rain? And look at this is all, look at, there's a big sign down there. Right there is a sign that says, danger, unstable bank, stay back. And look at the water's flowing through here, washing all, look at all the debris down there. There's this huge, it's this huge gully. It empties into the ocean. Actually, maybe I should take the other trail and go down to the ocean. Yeah, I think I'll take the other trail. And we'll go down to the ocean. Just go back up here to the, I'll go down to the ocean here. Adam's Loop or something, or Adam's Drop Off, or Adam's Death Trap, or some crazy name they got for it. The first step is a big one, kind of like the moon landing. So here we are. I'm in Seal Bay Park, and I am right here. And I was gonna go, I was just down this trail right here, and I turned back around. And now I'm going to go down this trail. It's called Coupland Loup. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to take this little side. It's really steep. It's switchbacks to get down, and then it goes right. Don Apps, it's called, I guess. That's the guy's name. He made trails or something. He was a famous trail maker or mountain climber or something, and they named this little trail after him. And so anyways, I was going to go here, but I decided I'll go here, and then we'll go down and take a look at the ocean, and then back to the car right here. So there we are. So here's the cars. I came across the road to the beaver dam. Oh, is the beaver dam here? Yeah. So yeah, here's, it's in some kind of a native Quackatim Creek or something like that. Anyways, I came here. This is where I walked just now. I walked all here, way past here, and came back down here. And then this is where that tree, the tree was. And then I stopped the video right about here. And then I picked it back up right here. And now I walked back here, and then we're going to take this trip down here. Yeah, lots of water. We got lots of rain. Says there's going to be a really rainy winter or lots of snow. They said we were supposed to get lots of snow on Tuesday. I think Monday night or Tuesday, they said we were going to get, like, for this time of year, a lot of snow, which, was 3 inches or 5 centimeters, and then there was warnings because I live in the Comox Valley. And then on one side is the ocean, so you can't go that way. And then it's a valley and it's surrounded by mountains. To get in and out, to go back, you got to climb these mountains. And you drive along the highway and all of a sudden you see the highway's smooth and straight, but it goes up and up and up and up. And in the higher elevations, it gets colder and you get snow. And so it may be rain here or even sunny. Sometimes it's sunny. And you look at the forecast and they say, oh, they got, 4 feet of snow in the mountains. And until they clear the snow, you can't get in or out. I guess the planes could fly in and out, but that's one of the reasons why this is a real, it's got the ocean on one side and the mountains on the other. And so the temperature hardly, because the ocean, the Pacific Ocean moderates the temperature, it does go below freezing, for sure it does, but man, maybe just 5 degrees below freezing. And even then, maybe for a few days a year. Whereas in Ontario and Quebec, and the east coast of Canada, all of Canada actually, the whole thing is all minus 30 and snow and minus 40 and hot, humid summers. And here, for some reason, you'd think there'd be a lot of humidity. There is today, but in the summer, there's no humidity. If it's 78, 79, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, it's really pleasant. This trail's wide here. These trails are close to the parking lot, and they're really well maintained and they're really wide, and they're designed to sort of allow access for people with certain disabilities, maybe wheelchairs and stuff. Those electric scooters have no problem going down here, so it's a really nice way for people with some sort of disabilities or whatever can get out on the forest and enjoy the view here too. It's just stunning here every time you come through here. So that's one good thing that our tax dollars should go to is helping the poor and the disabled. And giving them a little bit of a better quality life. Here we are coming to Dawn Apps. Dawn's drop-off, I call it. Look at this, there's a big, huge gulch here, Dead Man's Gulch. And it's all slippery and muddy here. Look at this for a big... Look at that for a big Dead Man's Gulch. Look at that. Wow, it's straight down into the... Look at it, just filled with those ferns. If you ever went down off the creek here, if you ever went over the edge here, boys, you'd be like... They'd be like, wonder where he went. The grizzly bears got him. The polar bear. The Canadian alligators must have them. Well, let's go down and see if there's any sharks. Do you think there's any sharks? Oh, what happened? I pressed the button here. Something happened. Oh, I guess there's a... I didn't know this camera has a little light. Can adjust the light. Always learning new things, eh? Look at this big monster tree. Look at these things hanging off the edge of this big cliff. Down through Dead Man's Gulch here. Look at this big gully here, man. Wow. Look at that big giant tree, man. Just one of these trees would build like 10 houses, It's like... See, look at these. I don't know when this trail was made, or I don't even really know what kind of wood that is. I don't know what kind of wood that is. But this is that same kind of wood as that other tree. Oh, look at the rain. And I don't know, how long has this trail been here? But these are being cut. Someone cut these with a chainsaw. And, 40 years ago. And look at this tree. This tree here has gone back. See, look at it. It looks just like dirt. You'd never know if you weren't here and you'd see that. Oh, look at, there's a tree. Oh, this pile of dirt is actually an old tree. And that's just the way she goes. Where is this trail? It's a big... This is a little bit of an experiment for me too, because the last time I came down here was about 6 weeks ago I came through here. So, oh, there's people. Oh, here we come. We've got all kinds of joggers and runners and everybody running around like crazy. Hello. People jogging and running. And so here we are, the main beach access. Kind of like the Beverly Hillbillies. Dawn Apps. So I'm on the Coupland Loup. Bates parking, so we've come 560 meters. Oh, I'm 340 meters down to the ocean. Oh my gosh. And it says, oh, I thought it said down. That was me. I said down because it's downhill here. Look at this, man. The last time I came through here was 6 weeks ago. And I had to stop every 10 feet on the way back. I was so out of breath. My legs were aching and my body. So I've been doing a lot of walking, and so there's the Dawn Apps Beach Trail. I guess you could look that up on YouTube or, Google it. Look at right away, it starts this real steep descent. I know the camera doesn't really show it, but look at the way it curves down. You've got to take these big switchbacks. Look at it. So it's pretty steep. And last time I could hardly come back up. I was so tired. So let's see if I'm in any better shape. After faithfully walking about 5 kilometers every day for the last, let's say, well, it's been 8 weeks, but the last time I was here was 6. And I said, I'll never come back here again because I can hardly get back up out of it. So let's see how I do today. Wow, it's really easy going down. You guys, man, I'm sort of like skidding on my shoes here as I go down the hill. Look at this. Thankfully, they have these big railings. See, there's the ocean. There's the Pacific Ocean. It's called the Georgia Strait. See, the trail goes down here. Look at that. See, I'm way down. I gotta go way, and I gotta go way back up. Way up. Kind of like the Jolly Green Giant. Look way... Oh, the Friendly Giant. Look way up. Whoa. Oh, they put some new... I don't remember if these were here or not, but these are fairly new. I can hear the water, the waves lapping. The only thing about this beach down here, it's not, I'm not really one to enjoy swimming in the ocean that much because you're covered with all that salty junk. But the rocks are like fist-sized rocks. And they're just like, you can hardly walk on them. They twist your ankles and your knees, and it's just sort of like... Every time I come here, I always think of Dieppe. The raid in Dieppe was one of the first attempts at a landing. Hello, they were trying to invade Europe in the Second World War, and the Canadians famously were tasked with trying to take this place called Dieppe. And it was an absolute failure, and many Canadians lost their lives, and it was a foolish thing to do, and it was a totally typical government operation. See, look at the people. There's people way down there. Look at how far I got to go. All these trails, man. It's like a daunting task up this 10,000 foot. So anyways, this Dieppe, it was a trial to see what needed to be done and improved, and what kind of things they may need and stuff. But, you know, they sacrificed, send them in, see what happens. If they die, who cares? They're Canadians. That's part of the history of the Commonwealth, or that's part of the problem of being in a Commonwealth or being part of the British Empire, is the British commanders always tried to save their people because they had to go back and respond to the Queen. Whereas if it was just colonists, just a bunch of colonists, who cares? Let them eat cake. Oh wait, that's the French Revolution, sorry. So anyways, the Dieppe landings were a total failure. I think 10,000 Canadians were captured. I forget how many were killed, and they lost all the tanks, everything. And they were just slaughtered. And one of the things I remember about it is that the tanks, they were able to get ashore against, all odds. They were able to get ashore, and I think they were able to even get 1 or 2 tanks on the beach. But as soon as the tanks got on the beach, there were these fist-sized rocks that got jammed into the tracks, and the tanks either broke their tracks, or they threw their tracks, or they became totally disabled. And then they couldn't do anything. They just were so... all of the armor and the heavy artillery and the stuff that the troops would have needed to push inland broke down. And so you had all these tanks that were just sitting ducks. And the Germans had fortifications, and they just mowed everybody down, and they just slaughtered the Canadians. But it was a real lesson on what not to do in terms of a amphibious landing. It was... So here we are at the bottom. Oh, it says we're 900 meters back to the parking lot. I don't know how high that is. But anyways, here's the ocean. This is the... I think this thing just... Oh, that's weird. Look at these big trees right to the edge. These giant trees grew right to the edge. So the first person, I'm not sure if it was George Vancouver, whoever the guy was that navigated around the island back in 1800s sometimes, not that long, 1850s, I think. It amazes me how young the west coast of Canada is in terms of Canadian history or world history and political history. All these places were like 1910, and it's like, my goodness, there's just... So anyways, these giant trees have been here for hundreds of years, hundreds and hundreds and thousand years, some of them maybe. Some of them were probably here when, George Vancouver first sailed around. But this is the Georgia Strait. This is looking east towards the continent. Where's the sun? The sun, well, I guess it's afternoon now, is it? So the sun is... So this is looking east. I know this camera's really weird, eh? It won't sort of... I don't know what's wrong with this camera, eh? It's the weirdest camera I've ever seen. Oh, maybe I'm going the wrong way. No. Oh man, look at that. Oh, is the lens all fogged up? Oh, that might be what's up. No? Oh, that's really weird. There's like too much light coming in. I don't know what's wrong with this. That's really weird. There's too much light. Huh. It's just there. Yeah, that's weird. I really don't like this phone. But anyways, so here I wish I could show you I can show you the rocks though here. There's all like, it's a sandy beach, but then you get out here and it's these giant, see all these big fist-sized rocks. That's the beach, and it gets worse. Some seaweed. People, I could walk, if I was brave and I felt like twisting an ankle, I could, oh, this camera is really upsetting me. Because, I don't know why it's so light. So look at these rocks. I'm trying to adjust it here and I can't get, oh, something happened. See that? Is that better? Oh, that's a little bit better, maybe. Anyways, look at these rocks. They're all like fist-sized rocks. There's the ocean right there. The water's right there. Can't, for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with this camera. But anyway, so this is the. Every time I come here, it reminds me of Dieppe, and I was thinking of that because we just celebrated or commemorated Remembrance Day. And the Dieppe thing was a total disaster, and it was something that really didn't need to happen. It was a try. Let's give it the old British try. And it was a lot of guys died for no reason. So anyways, that's putting my gloves. It's really cold down here. It's probably just maybe 6 degrees above freezing. And now, so it was easy coming down. How will it be going back up? So I'm going to end this video and I'll start a new one on the way up and see if I can fix the camera maybe.